summer afternoon, we've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach, Ben Johnson, calling plays and designing the offense.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And the Bears first down.
I'm sure after he called the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. To the air, Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down, Chicago.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Pass complete to Loveland. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Williams. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden from 4 yards out. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Santos for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bengals nothing.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now it's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Cincinnati Bengals.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown from 6 yards away. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A little juke. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Working out of the gun, Williams. And this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Moore, the motion man right. To throw, Williams. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 47 yards. And the Bears first down.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Swift going to try up the middle. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Williams. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Draw play for Brown. Able to slither by. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 42 yards. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
McPherson now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw is Williams. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
17 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
To throw, it's Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now a 2nd and 6. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 22 yards for DeAndre Swift. And the Bears have broken the tie. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bears 21.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Joe Burrow back out there for the next Bengal possession. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
To the 43, 2nd down.
He was brought down by Austin.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot. Everyone filling their gaps.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. This one complete to Yoshibas. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Yeah, he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Bears first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Throw left side complete. That's more. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26
Well, we know
yards.
he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Open man is Yoshibas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshibas from 17 yards out. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That time, a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To the air, Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's fast.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Gun with Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bengals 21.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, movement.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Burrow will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And Chase will go in motion left. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he stopped immediately there. Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 38-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And That will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down, Bears.
They'd been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Santos' kick is up and through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Bears' 44-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Results in a 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Bears offense and DJ Moore headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw, it's Williams. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here's Swift. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Pass caught by Burden. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Back now in Cincinnati. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Burrow now off the bootleg. That one caught by All, the tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
50-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Burrow going to keep it running right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Able to find Higgins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
At the Bears' 28-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
That's another Bengals first down. First down and goal to go.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
The 15-yard line.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Burrow. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down.
3rd and 4. To throw, Williams. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From midfield now, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get it down inside the 25.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Burrow will throw. This one complete to Yoshibas. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw for Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bengals 31.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. This is Swift on the counter. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Throwing is Williams. That pass complete to Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Third down and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. like he'll throw here. He'll get this off to Swift. Touchdown, Bears! DeAndre Swift from a yard out. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.